my private life, my public life. And one of the guys that actually interrogated me happens to be somebody I recruited myself. The panel sat, did their recommendation. They said they should do further investigation because they couldn't believe that. Look, how could you have done by this position and nothing will be found against you? So they referred the matter again to another law enforcement. That's where I worked. So when I was invited, I went there again. The guy that sat to interrogate me happens to be somebody I recruited into the organization myself. So his hand was shaking. When he was taking me, I said, look, relax, do your work. And the long and short of the story is that after that, I was given a clean bid, asked to go back, but I refused to go back as a secretary. I faced my private practice. God bless me. And today, I'm back as the chairman of the same organization where I was subjected to ridicule. This is my story of integrity. I'm not sure there's anything I need to read anymore to add to what I've shared with you. It's a matter of time. Make sure your hands are clean in whatever you do. I recognize that there are so many pastors here, senior pastors, our daddies and mommies, captains of industries. In the course of my working in the anti-corruption environment, I've had cause to convict pastors. It's not a palatable story, but I need to tell you that. I've had cause to convict imams, religious leaders. My zonal director in Lagos is here with me. Please stand up for recognition. Mike Wetkas, when I was chief of staff, he was working with me directly. He was the one that handled the extractive industry. You have had cause to convict pastors, imams, Shango worshippers, babalawos, all kinds of so-called religious leaders, all kinds of. So for the mere fact that somebody says he's a pastor, or he's a Christian, or he's a Muslim, or he's an imam, does not build any insulation around you that you will not be corrupt. I'm so sad that one of the pastors we also convicted is even a pastor in my own denomination. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It might not be a good story to tell, but that is the reality. How many of us can sincerely ask ourselves this question that everything I have I can defend? As a pastor, as a public officer, as a leaders of opinion, as captains of industry, that everything I own today, I can legitimately defend them. That's the beginning of the test of integrity. We can stand here and speak grammar from morning till evening. Doesn't mean we are clean. Just this yesterday, I had cause to arraign a former minister of power. Doctor was talking about power. Mambila, you will remember. For 33.something billion. And these are people that occupy front positions in religious centers. When I was being investigated, the only thing they now saw, they saw so many accounts that I was signatory to. They said they've caught him. So by the time they investigated, they discovered that it was Redeemed Church account. I said, the cost that Baba Deboye will put on you if you touch his church money. This house has to be clean. And that has to be pure. That's the only thing that can help you. Upon my assumption of fault, people were saying, sir, we are praying for you. I said, don't pray for me, pray for yourself and pray for Nigeria. I said, why are you praying for me? He said, we just look at how your predecessors came and left, blah, blah, blah. I said, they were the one that knew what they did, why they came like that and left like that. My story is going to be different from that. And I say it publicly. I challenge anyone that has ever given 1 dime or have taken a bottle of Coke as a suspect in your house. That's what I mean by integrity. That's the difference between our country and countries where things work. People don't gather in church or in mosque to pray 5 times a day, 10 times a day. They don't even know who Jesus Christ is. They don't even know who Muhammad is. But they do the right thing. They follow the law. They obey the rules. They comply. Let's check ourselves. Are we really God-fearing people? Do we understand what it means to be a Christian or a Muslim? Are we not just being religious? Those of us who are at the forefront of this battle, when we make 1 or 2 moves, the same people who are supposed to support you will begin to throw banters on social media. Look, is it not a shame? Yes, we are not saying we are perfect, but when we see something that's going towards the line of doing the right thing, are we not supposed to support it as people who are God-fearing? In a particular state, we carry out an operation. We arrested 227 people. As I'm talking to you, 113 were indicted. I've already filed charge against over 80. In a country, in my short stay in the office, I've had cause to arraign 2 ex-governors for multiple billions of fraud. I've had cause to arraign ministers. I've cause to arraign several. I've cause to recommend certain people should be suspended from office. Some of you must have read in the pages of this about tens of billions that have recovered in 8 months. Tens of billions. I don't want to mention it directly here. I'm not completely proud of that, because I look inwards. And by virtue of my foray into that environment, I know for you to have recovered even 1 billion, at least 10 billion must have been stolen. Is it not a shame that some of us will come out and carry placards when we are saying somebody who has held office for 8 years, come and account for what you did? It's not a shame. And people, not until we realize and we look inwards that we are the cause of our own problems in Nigeria, there will be no solution. That's why I'm particularly delighted about this conference. I had to put everything I was doing in Abuja aside to be here this morning to identify with this cause. It's important for us to talk to ourselves. We have made mistakes in the time past. Now going forward, how do we rescue this country? How do we at least give our people a taste of good governance for once in their lifetime? And I was addressing the Federal Executive Council. I told them, I said, look, if we can do 50% of our capital budget execution this year, Nigeria will be fine. Trust me, South and Mass, Nigeria will be fine. If you look at the researches we did, there is no year we have done up to 20%. And money releases are made, money will go. And I look at it, I said, look, if I should continue like this, how are we going to end? We keep chasing, stolen fund every time, investigate, prosecute. Whether they convict or they don't convict, we recover. You are telling me somebody did not steal money, you are releasing him on technical ground. When I recover over 200 billion, and I said, okay, don't convict. Let me just keep recovering the money. So we kept doing that, and I called my management. I said, look, team, what are we going to do next? So we agreed. Now we are going to the area of prevention. Because we have discovered the ingenuity that actually some of these things we are doing don't really deter people, particularly Nigerians. And so we had just established what I call the Directorate of Fraud Risk Assessment and Control. A whole directorate in the EFCC now. We established about 3 months ago. We are going into the MDAs. We have over 700 of them. So we are going to go into their process for award of contract and procurement activities. And so we are examining that. The past 5 years, how many contracts have you awarded? What process did you follow? Where are the evidence of execution of these projects? Now, so we want to see one after the other. We want to see it. But the question is, the challenge we are having, and the question is, I have over 700 ministry, departments, and agencies to deal with. And I have less than 4,700 staff strength. And out of that staff strength, less than 40% are investigators. Less than 25% are prosecutors. In addition to over 700 MDAs, I have 36 states in the Federation. In addition to that, I have 774 local governments. And now they said they should be releasing money to the local government directly. And those are the challenges. But again, the issue is, if I am not there as an investigator or a prosecutor, you are there as a responsible Nigerian. So that when you see something, you say something. It's a collective responsibility, people of God. No single person can do this work. No single agency can do this work. How much will EFCC do? How much will ICPC do? And I want to plead with those who are religious leaders. Let us use our podium, not only to preach, but to demonstrate. Just this last week, I've had calls to recover how many millions from a religious organization. They appointed you a pastor, you use the opportunity to. That's when you become a big man. We don't even know what you are doing to earn a living, legitimately on your own. You live on the people money, on the ministry, on the church, on the mosque. Can't even explain your wealth, the source of your wealth. If you are not accountable as a religious person, and you expect a public officer to be accountable. People of God, you want to hear the truth? You want to hear the truth? Some religious organizations are more corrupt than public offices. I have evidence, and I have evidence towards that. Empirical evidence. It may not be expedient for me to say all that here, but let us go home with that. You look at the speckle in somebody's eyes. Meanwhile, in your own eyes, there is a log. We preach this thing on the altar, but under our nose, the same thing happens. And sometimes we try to cover up. It's our own. Let us deal with it in-house. But when it is public officer, we go, all of us, we start throwing banters. Are we doing this country? Are we doing ourselves a good? No, we are not. You know why I can talk like this? Because I'm an insider too. And I also belong to the other side. And you know, it's only a stupid person that will also condemn his own constituency. But again, the truth must be told. That's part of integrity. So finally, I want to thank you, sir, for this effort you are putting. At least you are doing your bit to ensure things are right, done right in Nigeria. Continue to do it in the face of challenges. And I want to encourage all of us, our elders in the house, don't give up on Nigeria, sir. Don't give up on we younger ones. We try as much as possible to do what is right. That is important is we ask ourselves questions. Every day you wake up, am I contributing to the woes of this country, or am I contributing to the development of the country by virtue of what you do? We are very fast at pointing and accusing fingers. But when you look at what you discover that you yourself you may be worse. On our part, we will do the little we can, given the confine of the provisions of the Lord within which we are allowed to operate. Most of the work is in the hand of every one of us as Nigerians. You are put in a position of trust. Do you run that organization the way it ought to be run? Right now, we are looking into the activities of some of our regulatory agencies, forex malpractices. And we discovered that private sector is more culpable than even the public sector we are talking about. Banks, financial industries. The director just discovered that I'm just trying to, now I'm going to arraign about over 60 finance houses that operated pyramid scheme. Claims Nigerians, exploited them, their hard-earned money without any license, collected billions and ran away. And such people think they will have peace. They will never have peace. They can only run. They cannot hide. It's a matter of time.